Good day, everyone. Welcome to yet another tutorial video. So we are going to continue from where we stopped in the last video, which was we had some errors that we needed to deal with that are within our range of product name, and we are getting um, zeros, which is not supposed to be. So like row 65, for instance, we have for some reason we have substitution type to be null, and if you move towards the right, okay, we have 207. So um I think that's a mistake. It's supposed to be for equipment. So we have this for logistics. So we have some recurrent and non-recurrent costs here, uh, from 129, and it's giving us 0, and we're having them at 25,000. I can see 25,000, 110,000, like that, 99,000, which looks like it's recurrent. We have 25,000. However, remember that for our service plan, if I remember correctly, let me open my Google Drive. We have yeah, so these are services. So we have 25,000, but it's within 2022 to September 2023. Unfortunately, this is September 2023. But October 2023 we also have, okay, this September 2023. Let's see. Okay, we have it up to 128, which is September 30th. But from October, we still have people that were paying 25,000, 110,000, 332,000, which is what we have here for pricing. So they were still paying old pricing, which sometimes can be normal. Maybe the company did not inform the customers on time. So if you want to do major price changes, the company is supposed to inform the customer on time, but sometimes they don't. So in order to be able to take care of these same issues, what we can then do is to say, for October 2023, we can do if, so we'll do, and amount is equal to 110. So this is 11,000, say 110, then this, and we are going to do for the rest. So I think I'm going to put it in sequential order: 110, 125. So it will be in sequence. So I would do the same thing for this, and I will now say amount. I'll say amount equal, for unlimited 100, I think is 149,000. That's the old price. So we are just adding the old price to the new pricing. So unlimited 150. Oh, I did not apply the new price, which is 233. I think I entered. Okay, I might have made a mistake here. Okay, this is interesting. It looks like I wrote the code more than, no, I did not, but Okay, so with the commission cap, um we did with the commission this um capped 200. So I'm only so I made a mistake in the code. So unlimited 150 is 233, and I reassigned it to something else, which is a very huge mistake. I would say, I think I would yep, I would cut this and say 182 and the same thing, then remove this. So 350, and so it will be 350 and 332. So I'm just going to go up here. Yeah, so 332, I'll just copy this, and I would say bracket open. I just like to put my code in a very simple, compact. There's no need for capped 500 because we don't have that MRC of this. We still don't have that. I'm just going to delete this capped 200 MRC, capped 500 MRC. So MRC is monthly recurrent. So I will still apply the same rules for the old price here again. I would say this, and it will be 25,000. I would say Ctrl V, and the unlimited 100 is 48,000 from 38,000. So I'm just going to put 38,000 here. Then I'll say, and I'll cover this with a bracket. Unlimited 150 is 49,000, and the new pricing. Then for unlimited 300 is 99,000 and 105. And that's because we noticed that even after the changes in pricing, some clients were still accepting, was still paying old pricing. So I'll click on OK, and now I will now take a look at I'll take a look at my values. So I can then see that the places that are zero are places that are supposed to be zero. Now we have 120 129. Let's see why it is zero. Oh, I was supposed to say or, not and. So it's supposed to be or. For some weird reason, I usually have a graphic, an interface, a user interface issue. My PC. I see I have to close and load, then reload. So I think it is a or, not and here. So it will be or. So if it is this or this, fine. Either one is fine. So and it has to satisfy both conditions for it to work. But if it is 25 or 30,000, then so either condition that work, give it, then assign it to this particular product name. So yes, so let's test it and see. Click on OK. I want to believe that if we go to 129, which is somewhere here, it has already changed. So we can see for recurrent and non-recurrent. Let's try 129 non-recurrent. If we go to row 129, we can see that it's 110. And let's test this 25,000 here. We'll go to the product name, and now we can see that although we'll see some zeros, okay, see zeros for equipment, this is for orders. So you can add a clause and say, oh, so we have one that is recurrent, one 237. So let's see what's with 237. Also 237 is 59. So we still have, although 59,000 was the old pricing for capped 200, it was discontinued from October, but it looks like some clients are still on it and they are still paying old pricing. So would have to apply the old pricing as well. So this is recurrent 253. You can check what's happening. Oh, 35,000, 253, and this is weird. Okay, so this is uh May May 1st, right? So this is May 1st. Is this May 1st or January 1st? Okay, this is January 2023. Oh, so some other clients were paying 35,000. Okay, this is odd now. Okay, so we might need to apply old pricing as well. I actually thought about something which is pretty interesting, but I thought about something. So I thought about saying, if without even having to put the date, right? If for non-recurrent for this particular product, so we'll say amount is equal to 110 or 125 or 140. Then we'll now say also consider indirect, or 75 or 90,000 or 105. Although we'll have a clash of 105 here as well. So okay, so I thought about that. Again, is a food for thought. Let me go to transform and count number of rows. Oh, sorry. I would filter for what is zero. I'll remove zero and do a count rows. So we now have 720. So we are getting there. If we filter just if we filter everything and leave zero, we can check what is left from so we have 191 that we are yet to populate, which is pretty interesting how far we've gone. And we can apply, so what we can just do is to see, okay, the ones that are recurrent and non-recurrent. right? And we'll say from the substitution type and the ones that are zero, just to see where we are, and we can do a count so that we'll have an exact um, idea of what rows we need to fill. So we'll have 53 rows that we need to fill, but it means that the rest is either VPN, IP service, or equipment or logistics. So out of 191 um, empty rows, we have only 53 that is for internet service. The rest are others. So and actually I also think we need to find out why. So what I can do is to say a non-recurrent, recurrent, and zero, just to see, just to have an idea of why we have zero here. Okay, so yeah, so we can see 59,000, which is the recurrent cost. We can see 35,000, which is a recurrent cost. I am wondering why. Okay, and we can see 75,000 that is a non-recurrent but is indirect, and 357 that is in, these are indirect. So let's go to indirect. Where would we see 357? So we can see 357 here for indirect. For direct, the 367 is 392. So we also need to come up with a way to satisfy that particular condition. I also want to add that for logistics here, we can add in the pro. We have equipment, logistics, IP services, logistics, others, VPN service, right? So we can then, in our product name, right, we can then go down, yeah, after this place here, and we would say else if. Here we now say else if. Now we are not concerned about the amount. Now we will now say subscription type equal I think it's VPN. Oh, sorry, I'm supposed to put, maybe this logistics, then just enter logistics. Let me move this a little. So logistics, we can now say else if the same subscription type is equipment. Is it equipment or equipment? I can't remember, but let me just type all of this down, then the equipment. Else if subscription is equal to so I think we have IP services, then IP services. We'll say else if, sorry, subscription is equals so we have orders. I think if I remember correctly, we do have orders. So we have others, then others. I think the last one, else if subscription equals have logistics. I think it's VPN services. Then just put VPN services. Okay. I'll say else 0. So I think I need to okay. So I don't think I need this else if so I'll click on OK. Okay, it did not work. So logistics, others is supposed to be others. Let's see. Logistics. So let me see what I did wrong. Let's see. So this is ordinarily supposed to work. Just finding it difficult to understand why it isn't working. What I can do is just copy the formula and go to AI and just test run it and see why the formula is not working. I'm just gonna post here, click on OK. Let's see the correction it's going to do for us. Same thing I did, but I'm curious what is different. So this code seems like an L code is to classify the user amount solution type. There's a breakdown to clarify how easy it is. I think I literally did the same thing. There is the reason why it is not working, and it's amazed as well by it. Okay, so we check. Okay, so I think I was supposed to put this in a separate line so it works the way it's supposed to work. Else zero, then it should work, but that's what I'm going to click on. It's giving the same thing. I really don't know why. um I will just copy the code that ChatGPT provided for us. It looks the same with mine, but I really cannot tell the reason why it's not working. I'm going to test this and see. Just copy Control A V. Let's see what is the difference. No difference. Logistics. So I'll remove. I'll select everything and remove recurrent, non-recurrent. Everything here is showing zero. Equipment, orders, IP services. Let's see. I don't know if we have any VPN. So we have VPN service, but the equipment is equipment, not equipment. The other thing I can do is to um, make it my first code. We're going to take it up based on hierarchy to see. Then take it here, the else if here. I'm gonna paste it. Just remove this. Let's see if it comes first. What is going to happen? Click on OK. Oh, so it worked. So and I think it has something to do with hierarchy of codes writing logics. So I can remove my non-recurrent and recurrent, click on OK, and I'll have everything here. Now the equipment, oh, the equipment worked. That's pretty interesting. So there's a place I'm seeing VPN services. Let me see. Let's see if it works as well. So the VPN services worked as well. So we do have some. Okay, now let us filter only zero and let's do a count row. We just filter only, remove everything but zero. Or do transform count row. So you can see we have like 54 rows to deal with now, and it has a lot to do with this other weird numbers we didn't do. Mostly recurrent, non-recurrent, mostly. Oh, it is all recurrent except for this null, but I can tell that this is direct, so and this is 207. You can either put it as orders or equipment cost, or you can just say orders. It's still fine, right? So I can see no, so can add a clause to the else if. Yes, I have to close this again. Right click, edit. So I can see else if. I can add an else if here. If else if subscription type is null. Don't know if this works. Then others. Let's see if it will work. So we can look for null here and see if it gave us others. So it gave us others. It's interesting. Remember what Azyten is very much interested in, especially in terms of sharing formula, just around the service plans. Now, if you notice, there are some indirect customers that paid full price, including installation cost. Let us look at this indirect customer, row 6. Let's click on it. We go back. The customer paid 110,000, but on our indirect channel, the person is supposed to pay um, um 75,000. The person ended up paying 110. So it, and what it most likely is that they paid plus installation cost. Now, if you are doing those calculations, you have to remove installation cost out of it. So if you are doing the calculation of the sharing formula between these 3 and ABC Telco, you have to remove that at 5,000 out. I'll show you guys shortly how to do that. So well, you can see that we've drastically reduced our empty rows in the product name. The rest are just some overlap, like the cap 200. So we have 59,000, we have 35,000 somewhere, we have 75,000, and this is somewhere around excuse me. So this is somewhere around this is November 2022, this is January 2023. So we would need to say from here as well, we need to add okay. So I have to close this. I've been saying that I'm going to take care of this UI issue, but not being able to do that until now. So if we go to this particular clause, we are going to add for cap. So we'll do Ctrl C, paste V. We'll say if. So we are now then going to consider some other addendums, like so we have 59,000, 177,000 instead of 212. So we are going to add so say for the non-recurrent, we say 177,000 or 212. Then we'll say capped 200. Then we'll now copy this and paste it after 300 for the non-recurrent. Let's say 500. I would say is 119. So it will be 300 and oh, indirect, sorry. So it will be 357 and 392. So it will be 357, 357. Oh, made a mistake. Equal 357392. So when we go here, we'll say or amount equal 35,000. Unfortunately, we had that. Then I think we'll do for the capped, although it was discontinued, but we'll just do for it anyways. It was discontinued from October 2023, but we are going to include it. Ctrl C. We are going to also include it here as okay. So this is capped 200. It is supposed to be MRC at 500 MRC. I forgot to add MRC here, which is MRC. I also forgot to add MRC here as well. MRC. Okay, so let's see if it's going to take care of some errors. Okay. Oh, so I can add 75,000 naira too as well here. That is for the indirect. I want to see if it okay. Oh, let me click on OK. Let me see what it has solved. So I'm going to click on just click on 0, enter, and go to transform and do a count row. So we now have from 54, we now have 33. Now let's see, why do we have 33 rows that are 0 and they are recurrent? Then we'll check what the issues are. So we have 35,000. Okay, I think I added this. We have 35,000 at I added this now. Why is it showing me January 2023? Oh, okay. Did I not? Okay. Let me. Oh, an interface issue. Have to close and load. Ready. Go to settings. Huh. So Oh, this is yeah, so this is between, okay, somebody paid 35,000, so I think I will need to add it here as well. But it's weird somebody paid 35,000 actually. I think that is a mistake because they've not even increased it to 35,000. That is a mistake. It might be installation cost, so I'm not going to worry about that. The other thing we will need to do is to include, so we are going to include the indirect channel 75. We are going to be doing a lot of or for this particular um, non-recurrent. So between 2022 and September 2023. 'll just say $75,000. We do have 114,000, or then we have 147,000, and for 212 we have 212 is 177,000, 212 177. Then for unlimited 300 we have 297, 297. For capped 500 we have 357, which we already applied in the second condition, so we'll say 357. So let's click on OK. We'll go to product menu, email, click on 0. So we had 33 the last time. You can now see that this is a handful. 17. We now have 17 that we have a problem with. So we have 304 from um, April, 304, 304. Now this 304, let's see if there's anything like 304 here. Oh, this is weird. We don't have 304 here. Now this is weird. So I think we would correct these guys. These are serious mistakes. I remember correctly that this is supposed to be equipment. Actually, these 304 might be equipment, and that 35,000 should be installation costs because of the timing. This is because of the time, because at January 2023, which is here, they've not done any kind of increment in cost. However, by October 2023, between October and March, people were still paying old amounts. Some clients were still paying old amounts. So this is just weird. This is we'll just imagine this is because if I remember from the original statement of account, I think we'll just make this equipment cost. Or you can make it orders. Better still, what we can do is to make this 35,000 orders. Yeah. So for 66,000 at September 2023, somebody paid 66,000, which is hmm, okay. Some people started paying 66 early. Okay, so we have 119,000 which at September. Let's see where 119,000 is. Okay, so somebody was still paying old price at where this was discontinued, so we need to correct that. Somebody paid early. I think somebody paid early for the 66,000. 90k you can see is from 2024, but we have early 2024, we have 19,000 here. Okay, so that's good. So that's indirect, so I think I'll take care of that. So we have 90,000. In fact, somebody paid 48,000 at April 2024. 48,000 we know is this price here, unlimited 100, but this, which was at April 2024, it was 65, but the person still paid 48,000. Then 420,000 is where's 420,000? Okay, so 420,000 is let's see, is this price multiplied by 12, if I remember correctly. Yeah, this is an annual subscription. 130,000. Where's 130? People paid weird amount of money for a lot of weird things. Okay, so we can define where 130,000 is. I think we'll make it orders as well. So let's take note of that. Somebody paid 90,000 non-recurrent indirect, mind you, so would take into consideration the 90,000. So okay, good. So here we will now say all 90,000. This will be for indirect. What else? Somebody paid 48,000 here. MRC, somebody paid 48,000 for where the person is supposed to pay 65,000. What I can do is to say or I'll say 48,000 and click on OK. Let's see what we've taken care of now. We go to filter and filter just zero. Let's see if there's any change to a count. So from 13 we've cleared 3. So we now have 100 and we have 66,000 as at. Okay, somebody paid early, so add 66,000 to it. We have 119,000 um at December. Let's check. 66,000 somebody paid early, so that early will be in the middle. Yeah, that there. Okay, we are supposed to add for cap. Oh, so this is a mistake. This is supposed to be 119,000. Yeah, I think that was the reason why we had that mistake. And so I think our 119,000 has disappeared now. So we then have 420, 130, 66,000. Um this is September 2023. Let me see why. Then 420,000. September 2023 would be here. Okay, so 66,000 will be one if capped would be unlimited 50 MRC, unlimited 150 MRC. Control C to say or, Control V, then end this, and we'll say 66,000. Somebody was diligent enough. The next thing I might do is to say else if amount equal 420,000, then I will now say unlimited 50. Then I can now say annual if I want, or you just leave it at unlimited 50, but it's still fine. You can leave it unlimited 50 and click on OK. Now let's see how many zeros we have now. Click on OK and let's go towards the side. Oh, the 420 did not work. I think I'm supposed to, in terms of hierarchy, take that particular problem up. Okay, so I have a graphic interface issue, a user interface issue. Let's see if this one is going to show or not. Oh, so it's not showing. I have to close and I have to save. Right click, edit, go to product name. I think should take this to the hierarchy, the top of the hierarchy as well. Control X, leaked. So again, um there's no one fit all to this. As you guys can see, I'm trying as much as possible to use logic to solve some of these problems. It's not like I know this. Even if I do know it, it's been a while I fixed it. So you can see, um, I can just easily classify the rest as orders, right? I can just say if null, then hmm, I can say for the 304, I can say, um okay, so I have to close this again. For the 304 and the 130, I can put others. I can be specific about that because I know there's no 304 and there's no 130 in any of our service in any of our service plans. So it's pretty much easy to classify or categorize that. So I would say, then I can Control C, Control V. And this time around, I'll just put if amount is 304, 304, or 130, or I'll say amount is equal to 130,000. Now say then, let's say orders. You don't know what orders is. What orders? Now let us look at our zeros. Trust me, what is going to be left to be 35,000. Okay, so I can then say, actually, instead of else 0, I can say else orders. Instead of this else 0, I'll just say else, and I'll now say orders. Guess what's gonna happen? We will not have any zeros again. Oh, that's interesting that we have 0. Oh, this is recurrent. Oh, so this is between, okay, so it means that this 0 is not applicable. The else 0, the last else 0 is not applicable to this field. So this, we'll look at the date. This is between January, this is January, right? So I'm just going to go to where there's a January 2023. So um let's see. So I'm just gonna put orders. I'll put this else 0, I'll just say else orders here. Again, it's just logic. So I guess if I click here now, I'll not see 0 again. It's just logic. From experience, not like I knew what to do. So now we are done categorizing everything. Then you can now start applying your formulas, your percentage share. So for unlimited, for unlimited um for unlimited 50, percentage share for whether it is recurrent or non-recurrent is so amount. The other thing we might want to do is I can do the recurrent cost based on, I can add the recurrent cost in my next column. I'll just create a recurrent cost and see if it is 25,000 to 35,000. I can see, I can just categorize. If subscription type is non-recurrent and unlimited 50. Oh, no, I don't think that. I think I will classify it based on date as well. So we know the recurrent cost. Um, so this recurrent cost can reflect at this particular time interval. So in the next, hopefully in next video, we will do that. The goal is so that we can remove installation cost of 35,000 that is not supposed to be shared, especially in direct channel. This 35,000 that is added to this non-recurrent, as you guys can see from the formula, is not supposed to be, there shouldn't be a percentage share of it. ABC is not supposed to have any share in it. It's just for the service charge. It's just for the service, this internet service alone. Uh, we are more concerned about. So in the next video, hopefully we are going to deal with that, and to come up with a very scrupulous way to share this amount of money, because as a 10 in itself needs to make profit, right? So a scrupulous way to make sure that um, we're able to categorically define what is internet service and what is others. Unfortunately, for the non-recurrent, like I mentioned earlier, some customers, uh, for the non-recurrent, whether direct or indirect, some customers ended up paying inclusive of installation costs. Ordinarily just supposed to be, as you guys can see, non-recurrent cost is recurrent costs multiplied by 3, then plus installation cost, which is 35,000. This is what non-recurrent. So if you remove 35,000 here, it's going to give you this amount here, 5,000, which the indirect sometimes usually pay. Now we are not supposed to share, as the tenant is not supposed to share this installation cost with ABC services or ABC telco. It's just supposed to share only the cost of internet. In the next video, and this is wrong, I think I'm supposed to say recurrent with 1C. Anyways, I'm wishing you guys the best of luck. Have a wonderful day. See you in the next video. Hopefully, I hope this has really assisted to give you guys more light on what to do. Take care of yourself. Have a wonderful day. If you have any questions, please feel free to post it. You can type in the comment section.